DreAllDay.com.
Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Today's daily motivation is about valuing time over valuing money. Now, there are 5 forms of investment in life: time, money, attention, energy, and focus. These are the 5 investments you must put into anything that you do. Anything that you're successful at, if you look at it, you put all 5 of these in. Anything that you have not yet got the outcome that you want in yet, it's because you're short somewhere in one of these 5 areas. Doesn't mean they have to all be equal, because they're not all equal. And that's what I'm about to explain here in today's daily motivation. And by the way, I send out daily motivation text as well. If you want to get that, I'll tell you at the end of this vid how to do that. And also, while you're watching this, make sure you leave a comment. Let me know the best thing you got from this video. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, all that YouTube stuff. Now, when we talk about time more valuable than money, of these 5 forms of investment, time is worth about, I would say, about 60% of this whole deal. Of all 5, time is worth 60%. The other 4, money, attention, energy, and focus, are worth 10% each. So that's 40 plus 60 equals 100%. Why is time so valuable? Why do I consider time to be more valuable than all these other things, worth 6 times each one of the other ones individually? Reason is because you can run out of energy, go to sleep, you'll get more energy. Take a nap, you'll get more energy. Take a caffeine drink, a 5-hour energy, drink some coffee, you can get more energy. You run out of attention, go take a walk, go take a 15-minute break. You use the Pomodoro method, you can have more attention. You run out of focus, change what you're focusing on. Go get up and walk around the room for a minute and come back. Go get a new idea or a new approach, your focus can come back. You run out of money. How many of you ever been in a situation where your money was low, but then the situation changed and your money went back up? All of us have been in that circumstance before. Everybody here has lost money and made money in short periods of time relatively quickly. So you can run out of and have a whole bunch of all of those other elements: time, attention, not time, excuse me, money, attention, energy, and focus. They can go down, they can go up, they can fluctuate over the course of life, but you get to keep living, you get to keep going. Time is different from all of them in several ways. First of all, time is it's a constant. You can't use up a whole bunch of time in a short period of time. You can't use a little bit of time in a long period of time. You can't. Time is steady. Every second, like while I'm recording right now, I can see a timer on my camera screen. You can't see it, but I can see it. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can see the little timer at the bottom of the video that tells you how much time has elapsed in this video and how much time is remaining in the video. Every second is a second. All right, it doesn't change. Nobody's time in the world, their seconds are faster than yours or their minutes are slower than yours. Everybody's time goes at a steady, constant pace. It never stops. It never speeds up. It never slows down. It goes at a steady, constant pace. That's the first thing that makes it different from all these other these other 4 forms of investment. Second thing is, once time is gone, you cannot get more back. I could lose $100 in 10 seconds and I could make $1,000 in 2 minutes, but you can't do that with time. You cannot lose 2 minutes in 10 seconds, and you can't take an hour and only lose 30 minutes. An hour is an hour, 10 seconds is 10 seconds, 2 minutes is 2 minutes. It does not change for anyone. It's constant, it's steady, it's the same, it's uniform for every single person on the planet. That's the second way that it's different. Third way is that once you run out of time, there is nothing you can do to get more back. You can run out of money, there are things you can do to make more. You run out of attention, focus, and energy, and there are things that you can do on purpose that will give you more or could drain more of it. You can drain your money very quickly, you can gain money very quickly. Attention, energy, focus, the exact same things. You can lose a lot of it in a short period, you can gain a lot of it in a short period, but with time, that is also not possible. It is completely steady, it's completely objective, it is completely constant, and it applies to everybody the exact same way. That's why it's the most valuable resource, because it's the great equalizer amongst all of us. And one more way that time is different from everything else is when you run out of it, the game's over. You can run out of money and keep playing. You can be broke and come back. There are plenty of people who started a business, the business went under, their business went completely, they might have went financial, they might have went business bankrupt, personally bankrupt, didn't have any money, and they came back and made more money than ever before. All right, that's happened to people. You could run out of all those other elements and be good. You run out of time, that means you are dead. When your time's done, you're dead. And the last that I checked, nobody comes back from the dead. All right, at least not in real life. Maybe in the movies, but not in real life. So that's why time is the most valuable resource that you have. And this is why you need to value your time over money, which means you should be using your money as often as you can to buy time. Use your money to buy time. Now, let me tell you what most people do to mess this up. They use their time to buy money. This is a backwards, inaccurate formula, and this is the reason why many people never get ahead in life, despite all their efforts, because they use their time to buy money. What does it mean to use your time to buy money? When I was a senior in high school, I worked at McDonald's, and I used my time to buy money then. What did I do? That means I show up to work and they say, Dre, your pay is $5.15 an hour. At least it was something like that, at least back then. And I would give 8 hours of time. In exchange for my 8 hours, I got money. So I was trading my time for money. I was using time to buy money. This is what most people do, and this is why most people at the best become mediocre or somewhere lower than that over the course of their lives, because they don't understand this equation. Now, I'm not saying you're bad for working at McDonald's. I mean, I worked at McDonald's, but I understood that working at McDonald's was not going to be my destiny, and I wasn't going to stay there forever. I worked there for 1 year and I got the hell out of there, and I want to level up to doing other things. What the smart people do is use their money to buy time. So think of the person who owned that McDonald's, whether it was corporate. I don't know if it was corporate or it was a franchise owned McDonald's, but let's say somebody owned a McDonald's franchise. Let's say you own the McDonald's franchise. Now, you're not in there flipping the burgers every day. What do? You use your money to buy time, because what you do is you hire a manager, you hire and let the manager go hire some staff. So now let's say there's 30 people on your payroll at that McDonald's. They all work there. You pay them. They go work every day. And you are using your money to buy what? You're buying their time. You're paying them for their 8 hours of work every single day, right? The people who go in there and work. In exchange, you get the money that the store generates. They get paid their salaries, but the money that the store generates is more than the salaries, which means you're making money every time you use your money. So the money that you pay in salary is less than the money that you get back based on the production of the people who you're paying. That's how you use money to buy time, because now with that money, now you've given yourself the time, because you didn't work that day. So let's say 20 people worked at the store that day of the 30 people on your payroll, and they each worked, let's say, an average of 5 hours a piece. So you just bought 100 hours of effort. You paid for it. You paid money for 100 hours worth of effort, and the money that you made back is more than the money that you spent. Now you just won. You just won that day. And imagine you do that every day for a year or 10 years or 20 years, however long you own that business. I'm just using this as a rough example, but I just want you all to understand. It doesn't mean you need to go buy a McDonald's. The whole point is you need to be using your money to buy time. So let me give you another example that's more that maybe some of you can relate to a little bit better. Let's say you're trying to achieve a certain outcome in business. You're trying to make more money in your business. You want to get your business up. You want to make more sales or whatever it is. You could put your time in and just keep working, struggling and striving, trying to figure it out, putting your time in to learn how to make money. All right, that's using time to buy money. That's what you should not do. That's what most people do. Let me tell you what you should do instead. Instead of trying to work and figure it all out on your own, which is, again, I hear this every day from people, and it saddens me. It pains me to hear it, because I know that they're not going to figure it out doing it that way. And as far as I've seen in my experience, every person who tells me they're going to keep trying to work on things on their own and not do what I'm about to tell you to do, they end up failing. Every single one of them, 100%. Now, here's what you can do instead. Use your money, whatever you have, pay someone who already knows how to achieve the outcome you're looking to achieve, because you don't know how to do it. That's why you're trying to figure it out. You shouldn't be trying to figure anything out in the world we live in today. All the information is out there. All you got to do is pay somebody who already has it. They already know what to do. You pay them, and what you are doing by paying them is you are buying time. Why? Because instead of it taking you 2 years to figure it out on your own, if you figure it out on your own, instead, you'll have it all figured out in 2 weeks, because the person who already knows that you paid, they already got all the information. They already know exactly what to do. There's no trial and error. So instead of it taking you 2 years, it takes you 2 weeks. So what did you just buy? You just bought time. So 2 years is how many weeks? It's 52 weeks in a year. So let's say it's 104 weeks, roughly. So it's 104 weeks in 2 years. But when you pay somebody money, you're buying the time of it only taking you 2 weeks. So now, instead of 104 weeks, you just bought with your money 102 weeks of time, because it's only going to take you 2 weeks to figure it out with this person, but it will take you 104 by yourself. So you just paid with money. You bought 104 weeks of time. How much is that worth? It's almost 2 years of life. How much would you pay to add 2 years to your life if you knew you were about to die? You understand the equation here? Now, I don't want to go too deep on you all, but this is what I want you all to understand. This is why you need to value your time more than you value your money. When you understand this, it'll change the way you look at everything. It'll change the way you make decisions. So hopefully all y'all got that. Y'all can do something with that. So I want you to text me. As I told you, I send out daily motivation text every day. Different message from this one, so you get 2 of them every day. My number is 305-384-6894. and Work on Your Game University. That's where I do all my coaching, all my high-level trainings and courses. Go to workonyourgameuniversity.com. Link to both of those down below in the description. Comment on this video. Let me know the best insight you got from what you heard here today. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, like the video, share the video. Have a great day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Work on your game. Dre all day.